Oh yes, welcome back to another episode with myself, Luke, also known as LLCrypto. So in today's episode, we're going to jump into the Bitcoin price in just a second. We're also going to take a look at Ethereum, and yeah, we've pretty much dumped over the last few hours. In fact, if we go over to Ethereum, Ethereum has dumped down almost 10%. So we're going to check out Ethereum in just a second, also Bitcoin. I've got two patterns in Bitcoin that we need to just check right now. That bull flag, we didn't quite touch that 70k level, but if anybody took that bull flag as a trade, then congratulations, you would have made, if you had a stop loss or a trailing stop loss, you could have made 6 to 8% on that winning trade. So we have reversed and we've gone back into the channel of the bull flag. So for me right now, yeah, that bull flag is now finished. So we're going to look at a very dangerous pattern, unfortunately, where we could see more to the downside. And we're also going to check out the CME gap. So stay to the very, very end. And yeah, if you're stressed right now, because if we look at the market for the altcoins for the week, everything is down again, 10, 20%. Guys, this is just another day in crypto. It's another Wednesday, let's say. So if you're new to crypto and you're stressing out when you see this, don't be. I mean, what I say is not financial advice. We could just plummet down to lower levels for sure, and I'm not a financial advisor. But if the cycle repeats like it has done the last 3 cycles, then we're in for a rocket ship towards the end of this year. You just have to be patient. Patience is key in the market. So just keep doing what you're doing, have a plan, even write your plan down. I mean, I've said this so many times on my show, and many other crypto YouTubers say the same. You have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, an exit strategy, then you're going to get wrecked this cycle. So don't copy trade what I do. I just give information about altcoins and the TA of Bitcoin. And right now I'm still in a profit with my trade because I jumped into a trade at around 58k, which potentially we could come back down to those levels where I would break even. I don't think I'm going to exit the trade, but I don't think we're going to go lower than 56,000 US dollars. It could happen. I know some of my friends think we're going back into 30,000, even 28,000. So let me know in the comment section below if you think we are going to go a lot lower, down back into the 20s or the 30s. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen, because if that happens, that would be back into a bear market. And I mean, we're post-halving, and yeah, personally, after the halving, we have 1 year of a massive bull market. So we are in a bull market. You just have to zoom out. And yeah, I don't think, I'm 90% sure we're not going back into the 20,000, even 30,000 range. If we do, if we do, that's fantastic, because I'll be buying up Bitcoin at a lot lower prices. I'm pretty sure if we go back down to those levels, those people that said that probably won't even buy it at those levels as well. They'll probably wait for an even lower level. But again, personally, I don't think we're going to drop. We might go into the 40s, but that is about it. So before we jump into the TA, just as a reminder, on the agenda today, tomorrow, and on I think on Saturday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 25th to the 27th, the Bitcoin conference is happening, starting today over in the States. And so for the next 3 days, I think even Donald Trump, Michael Saylor, Kathy Woods, and many others are going to speak about Bitcoin. So could this be, whatever's said at this event, could it be a catalyst for Bitcoin, for the rest of the crypto space, to have an epic pump this summer and then towards the end of the year? So that's something to look out for, not to miss. So I'll keep you up to date on my Twitter, so you can go and follow me on Twitter, subscribe there, even subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Leave a thumbs up. Any comments in the section below is much appreciated. So I'm keeping my eyes out very, very closely on this. If you want to do the same, I mean, you can follow this here. You can download the app, etc., even on YouTube. But there'll be other YouTubers talking about this as well. So quite interesting. Let's see what's brought out. You can go and check out the itinerary yourselves. But what's interesting is going to be those big players what they are going to say, and will it move the markets come the end of this week, going into the end of July and into August. So just a quick information about Ethereum. So yes, the Ethereum ETF, the recent launch of the Ethereum ETF triggered a massive sell-off. So this, for me, this was just a buy the rumor, sell the news. So we have, after several months, this Ethereum ETF, and yes, some people are expecting even more trouble ahead with Ethereum. So going over to the Ethereum price, what did we see yesterday? We saw a dump of around, I think about 8 to 10%, if I'm correct. So yeah, almost 10%, 9% there. In fact, no, it was 10%. So could we see more of a sell-off with the Ethereum ETF just announced? Of course we could. I mean, it literally probably was a buy the rumor, sell the news, but this is fantastic for the space anyway. If Ethereum drops a lot lower, then you can just buy Ethereum at lower prices. Personally, we could come back and retest the 2,900 or the 3K level, which would be another, I think, 8 to 10% drop. So that would be a 20% pullback, or 20% crash, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news event with Ethereum, but in the long term, this is going to be phenomenal for the growth of Ethereum. If you're holding Ethereum, again, be patient. And for myself, I'll just be buying up more Ethereum because I believe this cycle, Ethereum could hit 15 to 20,000 US dollars. So the idea when we see these pullbacks, not to panic, have a plan, have an exit plan as well, and just stay patient and calm. So just very quickly before we go into the Bitcoin price, so the fear and greed index is back in neutral slightly. I mean, we're touching greed 60%, 59%, and yeah, like we just saw, everything for the day, that's for the week, and for the day down 10%. So for the month we're still up quite well. Some things are up 50, 70%. Meme coins are still up. And for the year, I mean, just zoom out again, like I said, it's been a phenomenal year, and we're not even into the thick of things with the Bitcoin rocket ship that we're going to see at the end of this year. So let's conclude with some TA with Bitcoin. So as you can see, I've got this CME gap. We had the CME gap over the weekend and we didn't quite close it. We came all the way up to 68,200, but we didn't close the CME gap here, and we didn't even close the CME gap all the way down here. So what does that mean? If you're new to the channel, CME gaps tend to get filled 8-9 times out of 10. So yes, we're definitely going a lot higher at some point. Are we going to do that now? Well, time will tell. What we could see, quite dangerously, I'm going to look at a pattern. You probably, if you're not new to crypto or TA, you probably see a pattern forming right now, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. But yeah, we could drop and fill up this CME gap, which would be quite, it was only a 10% move. It's similar to Ethereum. So yes, I mean, we could drop another 10%. That would take me back all the way down to my a trade where I jumped in at 58,000 US dollars. Could we go lower? I don't think so. We could, but personally, I still believe we could be seeing over the next 6 weeks that 85k dollar Bitcoin, that 90,000, and then in September we have that giant pullback back down into the 60s, ready for a blow off top towards the end of this year. So yes, Bitcoin right now is not looking good due to probably Mt. Gox, other event, maybe. People are unsure what's going to happen with the Bitcoin conference, what's going to be said there. So there's a lot of speculation, a lot of buy the rumor, sell the news events, people panicking. People don't know which direction Bitcoin is heading to. So yes, we could come down here. And I mean, this would be a healthy thing if we fill up this CME gap and then we get a massive V-shaped recovery, and then it's off to the races. So let's see what happens. Time will tell, but we could, again, simply just reverse where we are now and then fill up this gap and then go towards that past that 73 towards the 80,000 US dollar level that I've been talking about. So let me just get rid of this CME gap, because what I have seen today is not particularly great. I mean, if you want to go short, you want to go long with Bitcoin, if you're trading, you can use my Bitflex link in the description below. So what am I seeing right now? Well, we've got this head and shoulders pattern. So we've got the head here and we have the left shoulder. Could we be forming right now over the next few days, another shoulder like this. This would be very, very bad for Bitcoin, but we would measure the top of the head to the neckline. So what would this give us if we put it here? I mean, this is just speculation, of course, because we haven't formed that right shoulder yet. We've got the left shoulder, we've got the head, but let's see over the next, let's see what that would be I mean, that will just be tomorrow, because I'm on the 4-hourly time frame. Obviously, it looks very different on the daily, but the 4-hourly time frame, let's see what happens today. If we do come all the way up at 65,800, get rejected, and we start rolling over, then we're going to form this head and shoulders pattern, and that would take us all the way down to 60,000 US dollars if this plays out. So if you want to short the market, that's the beauty of trading. You can go long, you can go short, you can make money when Bitcoin falls, not just when Bitcoin goes up. But bearing in mind we are in a bull market, so be very careful. I don't trade, I don't go short in a bull market, but by all means you do as you wish. So what would that be? That would be a price drop of around 6%. So if you're using leverage, be very careful using leverage, only for the experienced traders out there. If you're using a 10x leverage, you make 6%, there's 60% that you could make on this single trade. So that would bring us down nicely to this level of support at 60,000 US dollars. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see. But again, we have to see what happens with this ETF news. It's just the first day. And also with the conference, the Bitcoin 2024 conference. Let's see what's said and if this event actually pumps crypto in general and also Bitcoin. So again, let me know in the comment section below what you think, if you agree with my TA or not, and if not, or why. Please let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So thanks guys and girls for sticking to the very end, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow with another update video. Have a great Thursday, and see you next time. Bye bye.